Easy morning and ED welcome to each and every one of you. On the last part of our wonderful virtual event, let me explain why do we need and why is it important or significant to understand and fully realize the potential of Economy Driver or ED Plan 2.0. Now let me go on details with this PowerPoint. Where's the PowerPoint? Okay. The picture today, ladies and gentlemen, if we could paint a picture today of what's been happening in the US or in Africa or in the Middle East or in Asia, one way or another, it looks similar. It's glim. It's not good. In fact, in the US, year 2020, 40% of Americans can't even cover an unexpected $400 emergency expense. Can you imagine if they have an emergency, they cannot even cover $400 worth of that particular expense. If that's what's happening in the US, even worse in your country. What else? 57% of Americans nowadays, more than half, staggering more than half of the people in the US today don't even have $1,000 in their savings account. Can you imagine that? If that's happening in the US, even worse, probably in Africa, even worse in the Middle East or in Asia. And yet they're considered the most powerful country in the world, or one of the most powerful countries in the world. What else? 30% of the baby boomers, or the generation that is about to retire, people who are in the age 50 to 60s to their 70s in the US, doesn't even have any savings for their retirement plan. That's really ridiculous. It's saddening. What else? 25% of the private US pension funds will go bankrupt in their next 10 years. So they've been saving and saving and saving, and the government is setting it aside, and a big 25% of which will gone within the next 10 years. It will be gone. So that's how worse the economy is right now in the US. Even worse in your nation. Their Social Security Administration, they have admitted to this, that their $50 trillion is underfunded and will disappear, or they will run out of money come 2034. That's more than 10 years from today. So it's really mind-blowing. Can you imagine more and more people are suffering because of this crisis? And there are three social economic factors to boost any nation's economy. One is employment, and these are interrelated, which I will go into details later. The other one is education, and of course the last one is their income. How is this interrelated, and how does it affect the economy nowadays? Picture this. Their income is based on their rank as an employee, or their rank with their employment status. And their employment status is based on the level of education that they have attained. Of course, those people who have attained college or university level will get a better paying job as compared to those people who are only graduated in their high school. Even so with their kids. So this dictates the future of their children and the children of their children. So if they have a low-paying job, chances are their children will have lesser education because they have less money to spend for the education of their kids. And chances are the future of those kids, when they grow up, they'll be getting a lesser paying job. So to improve any economy, any nation for that matter, we need to improve these three areas. Their employment, or the amount of money they make, their income, and their education. So to do that, here comes Economy Driver Plan 2.0. Our goal is to increase or improve their income by engaging in a part-time business or a side hustle. We call it a side hustle economy, side hustle gig. And also to improve their education, teach them entrepreneurship, teach them courage, teach them personality development, teach them a lot of things that will affect their future. Again, this is interrelated. The better income that they have because of the better business opportunities that they're engaged with, the better education that they can provide for their kids. Therefore, the future of their kids will be better off as compared to just having an income coming from an employment status. So to understand this, deeply rooted cause of any economy, to improve the economy, economy driver is needed. Economy driver plan 2.0 is needed. So understand this, my dear champions, my dear leaders, the reason behind this and the significance that it will matter within the next few years to come in your future and the future of your generation. Now, what are the statistics? Here are the statistics. 95% fail. In terms of business, 95% fail on their first year. That's why you've seen brands and companies that have started up and they will close shop on their first year because of so many reasons. And that's the statistics. 95% will fail on their first year. Only 5% will prevail. And 95% of that 5% will fail on their second to fifth year. Meaning, only 5% of the remaining 5% will survive. Again, only 5% of the remaining 5% will develop a legacy company that will produce legacy and success. Even worse is statistics in times of a crisis. You have heard brands, huge companies, million-dollar brands, billion-dollar brands declaring one way or another a form of bankruptcy. Dunkin' Donut, Gold's Gym, Zara, Forever 21, J. Crew. Okay? What else? You have AT&T, California Pizza, Dean and DeLuca, Starbucks, Victoria's Secret, GNC, Gap, and whatever brands you have there in your countries. They've been declaring left and right with another form of either closing their shop or declaring bankruptcy. Because it's really, really hard nowadays. It's really, really difficult. In fact, we've been having economic difficulty nowadays. Not only in the Philippines, not only in Asia, not only in the US, but all over the world. Because of this pandemic crisis, more and more economists are going to their downward spiral. Now, Elon Musk, the founder of PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, once said, if something is really, really important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Now, why am I saying this? Because we're launching one of the biggest campaigns in the history of this company. We're launching it in the midst of a crisis, in the midst of a recession. It's important. I believe so. It's really, really important. But it's tremendously difficult. And I understand each and every one of you, some of our spectators, observers of the industry are saying, you guys are crazy. Launching a brand, launching a product, launching a campaign in these difficult times, you must be crazy. But we believe it's important. And we know, since it's very important, because it involves our families, it involves our future, it involves the future of our generation, we love doing and having a challenge. And we know for a fact that during the time of recession, which is happening right now, this is the best time to launch a product. This is the best time to launch a campaign, not during the recovery phase, but during the recession phase, when there's more challenge around us, and there are more challenges to oversee, to conquer, and to resolve. Why? Whatever type of recession we are into right now, and whatever type of recovery we will be within the next few months or few years, whatever type it will be, it can be a V-shaped recovery, it can be a W-shape, an L-shape, a swoosh-shape recovery pace, wherever we will be within the next few months to a few years. The best thing is that we are starting right now. Even though it's difficult, even though it's near to impossible, you have seen how happy, how eager, how enthusiastic, aggressive, and excited the people all over the world for the Economic Driver Plan 2.0, because they know in their hearts that this is the best time to promote and market our products and our services. We know it's difficult. We know it's near to impossible. But since it involves our families and the future of our families and our legacies, we're willing to sacrifice. We're willing to overcome anything. And we have given you a vehicle to conquer any economic downturns, a vehicle to conquer any crisis of whatsoever cost. ED Plan 2.0, Economy Driver, we are creating our own destiny. We're creating our own income through this program, through this campaign. So I encourage each and every one of you guys, ride with us as we turn and develop and grow this industry and the nations around us. Ride with us as we journey to the road of financial success and freedom. Ride with us because we are your Economy Drivers 2.0. God bless each and everyone. More power. Are you ready for the ED Plan 2.0?
We are in global. We are going as far, as high as we envision. And there is no limit to the power of the economy driver. There is no limit to the power of AIM Global. On behalf of the board of directors, Mr. John Asperin, Dr. Tony Cabantog, and Dr. Ed Cabantog, thank you very much and good morning, AIM Global!
And on behalf of the whole AIM Global family, we are saying happy birthday to our dear Vice President, Mr. Arnel Limpir!